Hello, everyone, and welcome to a brand new episode of Extracurricular Activities with your host, Fallenwolf. Ow! So the first thing you're going to notice about this episode is going to be a little bit different. This is a pre-recorded episode. I'm not sure why, but I've been having a few issues trying to live stream this series for some reason. I've never had issues in the past before, but lately trying to do live streams have been a little bit difficult. I'm not sure why. I was worried before it might have had something to do with sexual content, which I adjusted and it still didn't really do much. Which I tried to adjust for a recent stream I did, and it still didn't do anything. So I'm going to be pre-recording up to the next day. Now, hopefully after this day, everything should be fine. So, future apologies in advance for having to pre-record day 25. But it's just I've been having issues, and I don't really know what to do to fix them. And since YouTube is not being run by actual people right now, I can't really disagree with it. So not really sure why, but like I said, no need to worry. I will pre-record. I really do enjoy doing these as live streams, but I will still give it another chance. Like I said, I will do through day 25. Day 25 will probably be about 2 parts. I will do through day 25. If there are still issues after that, then I guess I'll have to discuss with certain people about what to do next. But anyway, I'm excited to get back into the game. It's been a while. It's been almost over a month since we've played through this series, so I'm more than ready to get through things. So let us get started. It's morning already? I don't feel like I slept at all. All I could think about was Spencer and Darius. I finally know why these two seemed to always butt heads, and I never would have guessed why. I can't believe they used to date. I wonder exactly how things went down at the end. Maybe I'll find out later today. You're back with the Spencer, but when you rolled over, you saw that he was already gone. I guess he got up early to take a shower. I need to do the same, so maybe that'll wake me up. Maybe he's still in there and I can join him. Oh, he's not here. It looks like he was, though. There's hair all in the shower and he left his wet towel piled on the sink. What am I gonna do with him? Huh? Where is he? Did he already head off to class without me? With how broody he can get, it wouldn't surprise me. I'll just text him, shower, and head off to class then. There he is. He didn't even reply to my text, so I had no idea if he'd be here or not. I mean, I assumed he'd be here, but what if he wasn't? Frustrating dog. Good morning, Spencer. Oh, good morning, Mark. I'm gonna question him. You took the desk, and sorry if everything seemed like it sped up a little bit, because like this is the third time me playing through this part. I already know what choices I'm gonna make. I'm just a little frustrated. I'm trying to figure out why. Like the first time I was like, all right, maybe it was a certain scene. There is no nudity in the part I played through, but I was like, all right, maybe there's no nudity, but there's like tasteful nudity. I guess would sort of be a word. Sort of tasteful nudity. So then I said, okay, well, I'll even block that out. I'll even censor that out to make sure in case it is that. And it still got shut down. So now I'm really unsure why it's getting shut down. You took the desk next to him, propped your cheek on your fist, and stared at him. What's with that look? What's with you leaving the house and not telling me anything? I didn't want to wake you up. So you just vanished without telling me? I had no idea where you went. You know we have class this morning, so where else would I go? What if you hadn't been here? I would have been worried sick. Hell, I was already worried. Why wouldn't I be here? You know that isn't the point, Spencer. Why didn't you just let me know? Can we talk about this later in private? It's fine. Class started soon after Spencer entered the conversation. Your attention was split between the lecture Coach Grifter was giving and your irritation with Spencer. It made the period drag by abhorrently slow, but you noticed Darius wasn't in class either. I wonder where Darius is today. Spencer left for class early without telling me, and Darius isn't here. There's no way those things were linked together, right? Once Coach's class was done and was off to your math class, neither you nor Spencer spoke to each other through the duration of both classes. It wasn't until math ended that Spencer had you follow him outside. Well, those were both painfully awkward classes. Tell me about it. I had plenty of time to think about things, since I could hardly focus on what the teachers were talking about. Knowing that I did something to upset you and make you mad at me really throws me off, you know that? I'm sorry that I didn't tell you I was leaving early. In all honesty, I ended up sleeping on the couch last night and didn't even go to the bedroom this morning since I took clothes with me. Really, I never felt you leave. You were out cold. You didn't budge when I left. Why did you do that? I needed some time alone to think. It's been a lot on your mind lately, hasn't there? You have no idea. I'm sorry for making you worry, though. I don't really have an excuse for not telling you or at least leaving you a note. I actually forgot my phone at home, so I couldn't text you or anything, but I shrugged it off and assumed you know where I'd be. It wasn't my intent to upset you. I know it wasn't. I shouldn't have been so annoyed by it. I don't always expect you to follow me. I don't always expect you to tell me everything you're doing, but when I woke up in bed and you were nowhere to be found, I can understand why that would upset you. I won't do that to you again. I'll make sure to at least let you know if I'm going to leave. Good. Now come here. With a wagging tail, he lunged at you and wrapped his arms around you in a tight embrace. Please don't be mad at me anymore. I'm not. Well, as long as... We still need to talk to Darius today. Yeah, that's one of the things I've had on my mind. I haven't seen him today, though. I'll try calling him. You dialed Darius' number and waited to see if he picked up. Well, isn't this a surprise? You finally tired of the mud and ready for me to take care of you? You wish. Where are you? You weren't in class today. I decided to stay at home and chill today. Are you still there? Yep, I don't plan on going anywhere either. I see. You're supposed to come by and talk with me and Spencer today. Fuck that mess. He's just gonna berate me, so there's no point in it. Oh, Darius is such a slut. He's a bad person. Blah, blah, blah. No thanks. That's not true. Darius, he won't do that. Sure. Look, I'm not going anywhere today. I don't feel like driving and I'd rather just stay here. Well, alright then. I guess I'll catch you at practice tomorrow. Maybe. Later, dude. That didn't sound like it went how you wanted. It didn't. He said he's at home and he's not going anywhere. I see. Time for us to head home then. Yeah. That way we can get my car and just go to him. I know where he lives. Really? Yeah. I'm tired of things being this way between us and I'm ready for it to be done. I don't like seeing how it bothers you either. There's no time better than now to handle it. Spencer. Come on, there's a burger joint near his place that he loves, so we'll get some food for everyone and go to talk to him. Great, let's do this then. Well, at least it made up with Spencer. So now I'm very curious to see how things are gonna go. I'm very curious to see how things are gonna go with our conversation with him. But yeah, I really don't know what's going on. That is frustrating. That's very frustrating to go through the whole thing and then the scene doesn't work. I don't know what it is. I never really imagined Darius being the guy to chow down on burgers and fries like this. Are you kidding? This food is a panacea for him. He'll do just about anything for it. And this is his complex. Whoa, this building looks crazy fancy. Wait until you see Darius' place. Is Darius a rich boy? Darius is a rich boy, isn't he? And here he is. How does he afford this? Oh, you don't know what he does? I guess you'll find out today. Why am I not surprised? Can we come in? Why? We brought lunch. Spencer held the bag up and waved it around, making Darius narrow his eyes. You know I can't say no to that. I know. Come on in. You're lucky that my guest was on his way out. Guest? Oh, long time no see, Asgol. It's been a while, Spencer. How have you been? I've been good. Sorry that I can't stay and chat, but I have to get back to work. My lunch break is over. Yeah, lunch break. Asgol slapped Darius on the butt. I'll see you later, Darius. It's good to see you, Spence. You should bring your car by my shop sometime so we can catch up. Sure thing. And hi to your other friend there. We've never met before. I'm Mark. I'm on the team with these two. Oh, gotcha. Darius has mentioned you before. I'm Asgol, his mechanic. It's a pleasure to meet you. Likewise. I need to go, though, so I'll catch you all later. Had you guys been here any sooner, then you might have been able to join us. Join you with what? Let's not go there and just have lunch here, Darius. There's a triple stack in there and a large fry for you. No tomato, double cheese, and a seedless bun. You remembered! You're always real specific about what you wanted, so it's hard to forget.
Good, go ahead and have a seat.
Man, your place is really nice.
Thanks, it's pretty comfortable here.
You've never told Mark about what you do, have you?
I don't think so. I film pornos for a living, it's a really good business. It's what me and the tiger were just doing. Actually, we had a little rehearsal session.
What, really? Spencer shook his head and stuffed a handful of french fries in his mouth.
Nah, I'm kidding. I'm actually a stunt bike driver for the movie studio here in the city. I've been in a few movies and commercials.
Is that true, Spencer? That one is true, yeah. That's really cool, Darius. I guess it explains how you afford this place.
Well, partially. My parents also own part of the city and I get an allowance from them.
Whoa, they own part of the city?
Yeah, the main shopping center and the theater are a couple of buildings they own. Affording a place like this is easy for me.
Jeez, I never would have guessed.
Most people don't. I tend to keep it to myself because people are greedy dicks. As soon as they find out you're wealthy, they want to be your friend. I'd much rather avoid those kinds of people.
I could only imagine.
So what do you guys want? You didn't come here just to talk about my job.
You know why we're here, Darius. You and Spencer need to clear up this bad air between you, because I'm tired of seeing the results of you two being near each other.
Hey, I try to get along with him and I'm never met by anything less than hostility. I don't know what you expect me to do about that.
You can start off by trying to talk about something that doesn't involve your dick or one of the guys you just slept with. Let's not start with that right now. Why are you two at each other's throats like you are? You used to date and something happened that caused you two to hate each other. What was it?
Things were going pretty good between us. We were hanging out at the studio in my private room, and my coworker barged in to out me as some kind of sexual predator. From that point on, Spencer never trusted me again. Hell, he wouldn't even talk to me. I didn't get any chance to explain myself.
What was there to explain, Darius? You treated me like you treated all the other guys you get with. All you wanted from me was sex, and I almost gave in to you that day.
That's such bullshit. You never gave me a chance to explain myself and labeled me as some fucking slut without talking to me. Eventually, I gave up and stopped trying.
You could always see that both of them were getting frustrated, and the conversation had barely started. What would you have told him had he listened?
What's the matter anymore?
Spencer sighed and took in a deep breath, rubbing his fingers against his brow. Now's your chance to tell me whatever it is you wanted.
It doesn't matter what I wanted to tell you. You never wanted to listen.
Damn it all, Darius, it matters now because I want this to end. I'm tired of feeling all this animosity between us.
What do you mean? I don't feel any animosity towards you, even after you treated me like you did. You're the one that acts like a jerk to me all the time, even though I just do my thing.
That isn't true.
Oh yeah, name one time where I was intentionally being an asshole towards you.
There was last night at the club.
I was there to have a good time, but you berated me and accused me of stalking you. I didn't know that's where you worked.
Then there was the other day when you followed us to the dance studio.
Again, I was there to have a good time, but you turned all the girls against me, so I left.
There was the one time at practice when you...
When I what? Made a pass at you? Commented about how attractive I think you are? Offered you a fun night on the town?
Spencer went silent. His eyes were fixated on the table, and he had an absolutely bewildered look on his face.
If you really want to know, Spencer, if it really means that much to you, I'll tell you. I wanted to have sex with you. That was my plan. I could see how people looked at you and how they acted around you.
I knew. We're gonna quiet him today. Spencer, I want to hear what Darius has to say. You silenced Spencer with your hand, allowing Darius to continue.
I couldn't tell at first if you were gay or not, but I took a shot and scored big. I had a new goal then, and it was getting you into my bed. You were a different kind of guy, though. Most of the gay guys I knew jumped at the chance to sleep with me, but you acted differently to my passes. I can be pretty dedicated to something when I really set my mind to it. I was going to do whatever it took to nail you. But you were different than the others. You actually made me feel good about myself. You seemed to enjoy spending time with me. You didn't care that I had money or fancy things or rich parents. None of that mattered to you. At least, not that I could tell. And I'm a pretty good judge of character. I ended up forgetting about what my original plan was. I didn't care about that anymore. I was pretty happy for once, but that fuck with Isaac ruined all of that.
He's the guy that interrupted you two, right?
Mm-hmm. He just had to barge in there and tell you what kind of slut I was. It was mostly because he was in love with me, and I had made the mistake of having sex with him after we both got drunk one night. He took it the wrong way, and I told him there was nothing more. He went a little crazy after that. Fun fact, I didn't actually sleep with a single guy the entire time I was after you, Spence. I was totally fixated on you. Hell, I really liked you. A lot. I was pretty hurt with how you reacted to the whole thing.
How did he react to it?
It was like he was having a mental breakdown. He yelled at me and even went so far as accusing me of trying to rape him. I couldn't calm him down and he just left. After that, I couldn't get him to talk to me at all, and he ended up just sending me a text to tell me we were done. That's pretty much it.
That's it?
Yep. Spencer did wrong in thinking that all I wanted was sex in the beginning. But shit, man, I really liked you. You have no idea how much it hurt me for you to do what you did. I might have started off wanting nothing more than sex from you, but in the end, I wanted more than that.
I see. Spencer, do you have anything to say? I felt used, Darius. I felt dirty and betrayed. I hold myself to higher standards than you do, so even the thought of you wanting nothing more than sex with me is sickening. I was pretty devastated by the whole ordeal, too, because I really liked you. You were the first guy I ever told I was gay. You were my first kiss, the first person who I really held hands with. You were a lot of firsts for me. Darius is right about how things unfolded. I really lost it on him and just shut him out. I've thought about it a lot lately and I still get angry about it. But I think I might have overreacted a little.
You think?
Okay, I overreacted. I didn't know how to react, though. I was confused and angry and hurt, so I just flipped out and shut down. I had no idea what to do, but the way I responded wasn't the right way to handle it.
Oh my god, Lucy's about to cry.
I'm sorry if I hurt you, Darius. I wish things didn't go the way they did, but there's nothing I can do about that now. But I am sorry, and, well, I hope that we can put that behind us.
Man, I already put it behind me. I'm glad to hear you admit that you overreacted to it, though. And the fact that you apologized to me, that means a lot to me. I guess I'm sorry, too, for making you feel the way you did. I definitely learned some things from all of it.
Does this mean you two don't hate each other anymore?
I never hated him. I told you, he's just a dick to me.
I suppose my judgment of Darius has been clouded ever since that huge debacle, and I might be overly critical about the things he does.
Yeah, just a bit. You're a real asshole, you know that? You've treated me like shit and just pushed me away time and time again. Really, I shouldn't even care whether you like me or not anymore.
Darius.
But I know this isn't who you really are. I got to know you, so I know that's not you. And call me crazy, but I actually like to at least have you as my friend, even though you're an asshole.
Spencer tipped his head back and stared. Oh, he's gonna cry. Spencer tipped his head back up and stared up at the ceiling for a minute, leaving the room shrouded in silence. You watched his chest expand and deflate as he took in a deep breath, letting it out slowly. You watched him swallow, and then you saw that his eyes were wet. He ran his fingers across his eyes and took in another breath, returning his attention to Darius. Can you forgive me, Darius?
Oh, geez, Spence, don't you start crying. It's not that big of a deal.
It is a big deal, though. You're right. Everything you said is right. I have treated you like shit. I've been a terrible friend towards you. I don't really have any excuse for it either. I hated you for how you made me feel that day. Those feelings have persisted ever since. I see you and the anger I feel just resurfaces, and I just want to get mad at you for seemingly small things. It's ridiculous how angry I feel sometimes, and I hate myself for it. I don't feel like feeling like that. And you saying your feelings had changed? What if I had only listened? What if I hadn't just shut you out?
Who knows? There's no sense in worrying about that anymore. Dude, it's in the past.
I'm so sorry for how I treated you. You could see the distress in his eyes, and he was blinking back tears while trying to keep his composure.
Man, come on, I'll forgive you under one condition.
And that is?
Let's have a threesome. Oh, Darius, I love you. I love Darius.
The lion had the widest shit-eating grin you had ever seen spread across his face, and even Spencer cracked a smile. Fuck you, Darius.
Maybe only for you.
They both laughed, and Spencer chucked the french fry across the table at Darius, then rubbed the backs of his paws across his eyes, sighing quietly.
Ah, Spencer, I forgive you. You're one of the few friends I have, so it'd be nice to hang out with you guys more and not have to worry about you being angry.
I'd like that too. What do you think, Mark?
That sounds awesome.
You guys have no idea just how awesome that sounds to me right now.
Well, what are you up to tonight?
I have to work, so I'm not free tonight.
What if we hung out here? There, I have nothing better to do. Mark and I could chat and you could talk whenever you have time. There's plenty of eye candy there I could stare at too.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, I know where you work now. Which still blows my mind, by the way.
Sorry, everyone. Just coughing.
You, Spencer, the perfect guy to all, and you work at a strip club and are known as White Thunder. Man, that's something else.
Look, I'm appreciative if you keep that to yourself. I don't need that spreading around.
Don't worry, I won't tell anyone. I don't think it's anyone's business what you do for work, but I also don't think you should be ashamed or anything by it. From what I could tell, you're pretty damn good at it, and you should be proud if anything. Just think about how many bonus you give to guys and gals. That's impressive.
I'd rather not think about that.
But seriously, there's no need to be ashamed about what you do. I think it's pretty cool.
While I appreciate the sentiment, I just don't want everyone knowing what I do. As you said, it's nobody else's business.
Alright, I won't tell anyone about what I saw. That show was pretty damn great, though. I can't believe you were out there too, Mark. What the hell?
Spencer talked me into giving it a shot. I'm glad you did, too.
That outfit worked surprisingly well for you, and you two really killed it on stage.
I wasn't even supposed to be up there. That whole thing was improvised.
Seriously?
I panicked because I couldn't get my pants undone with the gloves on. Spencer was standing at the front of the stage, and I did the only thing I could think of at the moment.
Well, damn, that just makes it all the more impressive. You guys should do a duo act more often. I bet you guys would really make a killing each night. It looked like you made a pretty good haul last night.
Oh man, would you believe me if I told you I hadn't even counted it yet? I forgot about it considering all that went on. I'll have to count it later, who knows? If Spencer's willing to take me back on stage with him, maybe I'll do it. I might be able to swing something if you want. I had a lot of fun dancing with you.
You gotta tell me if you do. I have plenty of bills I can litter the stage with.
We'll see about that.
Tonight though, yes, if you say no, I'll respect that, but it would be a good time to start rebuilding our broken relationship.
He already knows about it, so I don't see the harm in it, Spence. I would just be bored at home alone without anything to do.
I guess I could just keep Mark here and hang out with him at your place if he's not got anything to do.
I don't mind if you stop by tonight. It'll give us all a chance to talk a bit more.
Awesome. When do you get in?
I'll be there 4 to 11.
Got it. I'll get in around 8 then. Should I just pick up Mark at your place?
I think that'd be fine. I'll be ready around 7:30 so you can pick me up then. I suppose that'd be okay. Don't even think about trying anything while I'm not there.
Yeah, I'm not gonna step in on your man while you aren't there. I'm not like that. I'll make sure you're present for any passes I make towards him.
How considerate of you.
I am a true gentleman, as you already know.
I'm sure. As surprising as it might sound, he does have it in him to be so. I've seen it.
What can I say? I know how to woo a guy. It's all part of the charm.
Now, if you'd use that for more than getting laid, you'd be a respectable person.
That's not gonna happen at any time soon, especially if I'll be at the club tonight.
Spencer only rolled his eyes and chuckled. He sat around with Spencer for a little while longer, chatting with Darius. The two of them were quick to take jabs at the other, but never ended on a sour note, both of them either grinning or laughing. You were relieved to see how they were interacting with one another. It was almost like there was never any problems between them. We should head out now so I can get ready for work.
Then I'll pick you up at 7:30, Mark.
Yep, I'll be ready. And I'll see you around 8 then, I suppose. You'd better take him straight to the club.
Don't worry, I will. I'll drive safe and follow the speed limit and yada yada.
You'd better. I'll see you again tonight.
Yeah, I'll see you then.
Before Spencer turned to leave, Darius opened his arms and motioned with his fingers for Spencer to come.
First, come here.
He didn't give Spencer the chance to decline, approaching him to grab him in a hug. Spencer recuperated, though, giving Darius a long, tight hug. Darius' face had softened, and you could see him digging his fingers into the husky while they embraced.
I'm glad you guys came by so we could talk, even if it meant cutting my fun short.
I know that's why I was here. I'm glad we had this talk too, though. I already feel a lot of relief.
Yeah, me too.
He released Spencer and pushed him back.
Alright, you guys, get going. I'll see you both later tonight.
I'll see you later. See you in a bit, Darius.
Yep, later.
You and Spencer were silent the entire way home, and as soon as you walked through the door, Spencer fell to the couch staring up at the ceiling. You feeling okay? I guess so. You want me to brush your fur? You still have some time before you need to leave. Yeah. Okay, take your shirt off and I'll go grab your brush. You went to get the brush from the bathroom and to toss your shirt into the bedroom. When you returned, it looked like he was deep in thought, so you sat down, motioned for him to lie down across your lap. Where'd your shirt go?
I'm about to brush you, meaning hair will be everywhere. I'd rather it not be all over my shirt. You lost more than your shirt too, it appears.
I have to change for work, so I might as well strip.
Aren't those the pants you wear to work anyway?
Don't question it, just pet.
Oh, it looks so nice. Look at the nice little thingy. I like it.
What's on your mind?
His ears splayed out when you dragged the brush over the top of his head and threw the thick fluff around his neck.
Just Darius.
Things definitely seemed to be better between the two of you when we left. I was really happy to see that.
Do you think I'm a terrible person for what I've done to him?
Like I said, I've already answered it a few times, so we're gonna... No, I don't. I think things went... I think things went a little far, but I don't think you're a terrible person because of it. We all make mistakes sometimes.
This surpasses any kind of mistake I've ever made before, though. He didn't deserve any of it. And for him to forgive me so easily, do I really deserve that?
He felt like you did, otherwise he wouldn't have done so.
I guess so.
You ran the brush down along his back and scratched his ears, making his tail wag slowly. You really liked him, huh?
I did. He's a real charmer. When he isn't acting like a pervert. It's something not a lot of people get to see, I guess. I never would have guessed with how he acts. He's a real romantic. He's one of those guys that likes holding hands and taking long walks on the beach. I don't know why he has to act the way he does. Hope it's not because of me.
I'm pretty sure you're not the reason he acts like that. That's one of the reasons this exploded, right?
I don't know what I'm talking about. Thinking, why can't he just act normal?
That's just Darius. Maybe he only opens up like that when he really trusts someone. I'm really excited now to play through Darius's route because, like, there's some real depth to his character. There's some real depth to his character, apparently. Spencer deflated, letting out a long, drawn-out sigh.
And I've ruined that. Who knows when the last time he opened up like that to someone was? Look at what I did.
Man, you're really beating yourself up over this. He forgave you, so you should stop thinking about the past. Focus on going forward and making a better effort at being his friend. It's the most you can do for now.
Does he really want to be my friend still?
I would assume so. You must have really had an impact on him, since he doesn't want to lose that. And you know, there is one silver lining to this all.
What's that?
Would we be together had all of that not transpired between you two?
I don't know. Darius did help me feel more comfortable with my sexuality, and that helped me go for the job at Dynamite Springs. I don't know if I would have ever told you how I felt or even that if I'm gay if not for him. Hell, had I not acted the way I did, I might even still be with him. Who knows though?
All we know is that we're together now.
Yeah, and I wouldn't want it any other way.
So cheer up and get pumped for work tonight. You'll be performing for both of us. You smacked the flat side of the brush against his rear after stroking it down along his back a few more times.
You're supposed to be comforting me, not abusing me.
Oh, then will this work? You tossed the brush aside and rolled him over. You put your hands against his chest and stomach, scratching all through his fur quickly.
What are you...
His eyes closed and his body relaxed. The only sound he kept making were low, continuous grunts. Listen to you. Such a good boy. You like your scratches, don't you?
Just shut up. It feels really good.
Who's a good boy? He didn't respond, so your hand slowed down to a mere crawl.
Why'd you stop? You were hitting all the right spots.
His paw grabbed your hand and moved around, but you were putting no more effort into it. Come on, who's a good boy who likes his scratches?
You can't be serious.
Oh, I am. Who's my good boy? All I have to do is say it and I'll continue. You grinned, letting your fingers just barely graze through his fur. His eyes were fixated on your hand, darting between them and your eyes. His eyes stopped moving, focusing on the ceiling fan whirling above you. With splayed ears and embarrassed tone, he spoke again.
I'm a good boy.
What was that?
I said I'm a good boy. No, get back to scratching. I have to get ready in a few minutes.
The pace of your hand sped up again, moving all around the upper half of his body, and you could see his toes curling and uncurling as he melted against you.
You really do enjoy this, don't you? The amount he enjoyed it was already apparent. You could clearly see the outline of his cock pressing up against his shorts, and he was too into the attention to care. The thought of teasing his growing boner crossed her mind, but you resisted and just continued working your fingers through his fur. He was so relaxed against you. You thought he was going to fall asleep. The only thing that let you know he was awake were the constant quiet grunts and groans he continued to make. Man, despite how good this feels, I really have to get up and get dressed for work. It is about time for you to head out. Are you feeling any better? Yeah, I am. Thanks for listening to me. All in all, it's a really big relief to have gotten everything off my chest, and I'm glad to have gotten his side of things too, finally. The next step is just for us to keep moving forward and put the past behind us. That's right. Just be sure you're not too hard on Darius in the future. Unless he really deserves it, right? Unless he really deserves it. Okay, I promise. I'll be better about it. You know it'll take a little more time for me to fully trust him though, right? Giving him the okay to pick you up and come to the club tonight is a pretty big step already. I'm still feeling a little iffy about it. It is a huge step, but I'm really proud of you for taking it. Yeah, that makes me happy to hear. It's time to get dressed and leave now, otherwise I'll be late. Hey, let me help you with that. After Spencer had left for work, you lounged around the house while waiting for Darius to pick you up. I'm glad those two talked things out, otherwise I'd be stuck here all alone tonight, bored out of my mind. And that'd be Darius now, I bet. Oh, he's outside, so I guess it's time to go.
Hey dudes, you all ready to go?
Yeah, I'm set.
Cool, I'm a little behind, so I gotta book it so Spencer doesn't get all antsy.
And we don't need that.
For sure, after all we went through earlier? Buckle up and we'll get going. I gotta make sure you arrive in one piece.
That would be preferred. Darius took off towards the highway, making for a smooth ride on the way to Dynamite Springs. So, what did you do after we left?
I napped. I was pretty tired, so I ended up sleeping. What about you two? Did you squeeze in a quickie before you had to leave?
Not hardly. We didn't have that much time.
I'm sure you had plenty of time. I bet all that puppy needs is a little teasing and he'd be ready to pop. It was always really easy to decide. No one's made him so embarrassed. It was pretty cute, really. Is he still like that?
Yeah, he is. I mean, he doesn't seem to get that embarrassed, but he still is easy to turn on, it seems.
I don't think that'll ever change, you know, being a dog and all. Darius, that's freaking racist.
Maybe not.
All I ever had to do was pet his chest to scratch his ears and he'd get hard. Of course I knew it didn't mean he wanted to have sex, but man, I couldn't tell you how hard it was for me to resist tearing off his pants and going to town on him. You'd better not pass up the opportunity if it arises.
We'll see what happens.
You'll have to take pictures and tell me all about it then. I always wanted to see what he was packing.
No way I would do that. Spencer would kill me.
He might, but it's a risk you'll have to take.
Don't count on it.
I won't. There's no harm in me asking though. Then again, if I show up at the club enough time, who knows what I might see. Does he ever strip fully on stage?
Nope, so you're out of luck there too.
Really? With a body like that, he's not going all the way?
I kinda urged him to take it all off.
Is that right? It doesn't bother you?
I told him I figured it'd come with the job, and it was bound to happen. I don't think it would bother me that much. I'm sure plenty of guys have seen him naked in the locker room or changing room at the club, so it's not that different, right?
It's totally different. Stripping on stage is intentionally done to get a rise out of the crowd. It's far more sexual than just changing clothes in the locker room. He'd be slinging his cock and balls around for everyone to see, and knowing him, he'd get his hard as soon as he pulled it out. But, oh man, just imagine whipping his dick around and slinging a glob of pre-cum into the crowd because he got overly excited.
Oh god. But maybe you should avoid pulling his junk out then.
No, it'd be hilarious. You'd have to convince him to do it. You have to convince him to do it.
Oh jeez, no, I wouldn't want anything like that to happen.
Do you even know if he gets like that?
Like what?
If he leaks pre-cum from getting turned on. I never have noticed.
Now that you mentioned it.
Oh?
I was brushing his fur and petting him before he left for work, then followed him to his room as he went to change. That could explain the wet spot I noticed on his underwear.
He's a dribbler, it sounds like. There's no doubt then what would happen if he was naked on stage. Everyone had better be wearing safety glasses or something if that ever happens.
Or a poncho even.
Right?
Oh look, there's the club already.
Yep, we're here. I'll just grab the first parking spot I see and we'll head inside.
I think we're gonna stop here. I know it's not that long of a part. Sorry. I know it's not that long of a part, but I just want to see if next time when I stream, if this will help or if this will help matters or not. But anyway, as you can see, I read pretty freaking fast. Definitely gonna save here. But anyway, everyone, I hope you enjoyed the little small part. I know it wasn't that much, a lot shorter than usual, but it's what happens when you don't get to really talk. With that being said, though, thank you for everyone who stopped by. This has been Fallenwolf. Oh! And I'll see everyone next time. Take care, everyone. Bye.